Are you tired of prospecting only to be met with rejection after rejection? I'm sure you are, so stay tuned because today I'll be sharing a story of how I turned rejection into success and how you too can deflect rejection and take your business to the next level. So let's level up. Hi there, Coach Isai coming at you with more tips, tricks, and advice so that you can get the most out of your network marketing business. So as you're hopping on, I'd love it for you to, if you would hit that like and the heart maybe, and just let me know where you're tuning in from. I always like to know where this message is reaching out there in the world. All right, so let's get right into it. I'm not exactly sure why, but I was thinking about a conversation I had a while back. It was my first year in the business. You know, started off part-time, and I was trying to recruit my coworker, John. And he seemed interested in what I had to offer at the time. And so we met at a nearby Dunkin' Donuts after work. Now, when I say interested, I don't mean that like he was a red hot lead or anything like that. So I asked him straight up, are you open to looking, at an alternate way of making some money from your home on a part-time basis? He said, sure. But again, that doesn't mean, that I should consider him a hot lead by any stretch of the imagination. We're just going through the paces at this point, So it's enough to get him, it's enough to get the ball rolling in the right direction though. So anyway, we grab a cup of coffee. I whip out a company flip chart, and I start right into it. I get right into it. As I'm going through my little, rehearsed spiel, I see John's listening carefully, but not asking a single question. Now, in hindsight, that was, that was a bad sign right there, right off the bat. I should have seen it, but anyway, when I dropped my, my big power close at the end, I said, so what do you think? I shouldn't have been surprised when he was kind of like, he shrugged his shoulders and said, I don't know. I don't think this will be a great, I don't think I'd be great at this. That stuff doesn't work for me. Again, I should have seen this coming. And by the way, so what do you think is a really crappy question to ask a prospect to close? You know what I mean? If that's your power close, then, remove that from your presentation. And a matter of fact, remove it from your memory bank altogether. So anyway, back to my prospect, back to John. When I didn't get much of a response, I thought it was a good time to invite him to the next opportunity meeting. I said to him, I go, hey, John, to be honest, you need to get to our next opportunity meeting, something to that effect. That's where my leaders will be explaining and answering questions about the opportunity itself. So how do you think John responded to that? I'll tell you how he responded. He said, I don't know, man. This sounds like one of those, one of those things. And I'm like, of course I was like, well, one of these things, like, what do you mean? And then he's like, there will be a bunch of salespeople at the front of the room telling me how, you can make all this money and become free. And, I just don't believe in that. The conversation was something like that. Now, what's funny? I couldn't argue with him, really. I mean, not that you should argue, but he was right. He was kind of right. At every opportunity meeting, company-sponsored webinar, convention, there's always speakers who often, Sometimes they're professionally trained in sales that tell you things like you can fill up your bank account, you can fire your boss and escape the rat race, and you can achieve total and utter freedom and change your life, change your whole life. And you know what? There's a whole bunch of people out there who will never actually do that. You know what I mean? Like, they'll never escape the rat race. They'll never achieve total freedom, and etc. And that's because at the end of all of that, like at the end of all the motivational rants, most of them don't even have the entrepreneurial drive, the deep-seated desire to build their business and to succeed. They just don't have the grit to push through the ups and the downs of, a living, breathing business. They never invest the time, energy, and effort to build up, essential money-making skills. And most important of all, the majority never develop the discipline to take consistent action and do the things that they need to do in order to truly win and win big with their business. On the flip side of things, there's a tiny segment of people who buy into the whole crazy idea that they can, change their life. For instance, if you're here watching this now, chances are you're one of them, one of those that have that desire. So I applaud you. That's great. And I believe in you. So anyway, what it takes is day in and day out, like action every day. One day at a time, these few business builders will begin to believe in themselves as they take the action necessary to build their business. And that action will ultimately build more confidence, and they won't stop taking that action. They'll continue to move forward with their decisions, with their business. And sooner or later, they realize something, a light bulb goes off. So most people are not like them. They're going to realize this. And it's a big waste of time trying to change those who don't want to be changed. I know for me, it was crushing, really, to my ego. It would affect me for a few days, actually. And I would mentally suffer. But luckily, I learned to get past that and to not let that, eat me up inside. But listen, the bottom line is this: becoming an entrepreneur and making money is not a religion you need to preach. You don't. It's not something you have to preach all day. You don't have to go out there and chase everyone down and attempt to get them onto your team, because actually it's much easier than that. You can actually find people that simply want it, that are looking for it. In fact, our proven AMF blueprint will show you how to find and target those people who are already actively seeking you or seeking the opportunity. They just don't know you. They don't know they are yet. And that's the key here. They don't know yet, but they will. They will. Trust me, they will. I hope you found value in this training. Share this with your team. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Set to See First, on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, and hit the little bell icon to be notified when I upload a new video. If you love this training, feel free to reach out to me directly. You can message me at the address down in the description. I check each and every message personally. I look forward to adding as much value to your life as I possibly can. Also, you may not know this, but I also have a home business of my own where I'm constantly looking for sharp individuals like you who are hungry to make money from home, even if it's on a part-time basis. If that sounds like you and you're ready to rock and roll, you're ready to run with it, then feel free to reach out to me. Again, my address is down in the description. And hey, it may not be a good fit for you, so who knows? Maybe you're not even open to it at all. If not, that's totally cool. No big deal. Just keep tuning in and enjoying the inspiration. And lastly, while you're down there in the description, click on the link and sign up for your free attraction marketing formula bootcamp and learn how you can build online and attract sizzling hot leads to your inbox daily. So get on the list today, and if for no other reason, sign up to stay up to date, connected, and informed as I update my blog with fresh new content just for you. I'm excited to see your name on my list next. Until the next video, take care now. Bye.